Core 2 Progress Test Question 1. Given your answer in terms of pi, solve the equation 3 tan squared theta minus 1 equals 0 for the interval of minus pi to pi. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to rearrange 3 tan squared theta minus 1 equals 0 so we can find a value for theta. Let's have a look. So 3 tan squared theta equals 1. Tan squared theta equals a third. And so tan theta equals plus or minus the square root of 1 over 3, otherwise known as plus or minus 1 over root 3. As soon as we see 1 over root 3, it should remind us of a triangle. Think back. If we've got our equilateral triangle, we know each of these angles is 60. We're going to chop this one in half, and we're going to say that each side is 2, which means that's a 1. This height here is therefore 2 squared minus 1 squared, which is 4 minus 1, which is the square root of 3. So we're looking at tan, so we're looking at the opposite over the adjacent, and the opposite must be 1, because that's what we've got there. Opposite 1, and the adjacent's root 3. Which angle are we looking at? Well, actually, we're looking at this angle here. That's half of 60. That means it's 30 degrees. Plus or minus 30 degrees are our option. But let's look at our question. In terms of pi, so the option is plus or minus pi divided by 6. So we think we have solutions there. Let's have a look to see if we have all our necessary solutions. Because the answers can be either positive or negative, they could be in any quadrant. And the angle it makes with the x-axis is always pi over 6. Next thing, we need to look at potential options. We know it's between pi, which means it goes this way round to pi, and minus pi, which means it starts here and goes this way round. Let's look at each one in turn. So first one, if we start here and go this way, our first solution is positive pi over 6. Our next solution would be pi over 6. So if we have pi, which is 6/6, take away a 6, that's 5/6 pi. So there's 2 solutions. Now we're going to look this way. Well, going clockwise, that's now negative pi over 6. And to go this way, that's minus pi plus a 1/6 pi, which would give us minus 5/6 pi. There are our 4 solutions. Where do the marks come from? Well, if we look here, if you have got tan squared theta equaling a third, you've got 1 method mark. If you had both positive and minus 1 over root 3, you got an answer mark. If you then worked out the solutions for positive and negative pi over 6, this, you would have 1 workings and 1 method. And to give all 4 answers, you get your 2 answer marks. Total is 6 marks.